What up, Jake? Please tap the screen, so TikTok can notify people that I have gone live. I haven't done this in a while, so my attendance might be kind of low. But this is an important one for the ladies. We're going to be talking about fibroids and Pcos, polycystic. Oh, I didn't turn my tunes off. Polycystic syndrome. What causes it? What's that process? And how do you go about fixing it without surgery? So tap the screen so you can let other females know about this particular talk. It's definitely something to attend. You know, get a lot of good information. There's a lot of people suffering from PCOS and fibroids. Cysts, same thing. All right, turned it down. So I'll say that again. Tap the screen. We're going to be talking about fibroids and PCOS, something that is highly affecting the average woman today. So tap the screen so that you can let TikTok will let everyone know that this is happening right now, so that more females would attend in hopes that they can educate themselves on something here and figure this situation out and stop having these doctors cut on them and do hysterectomies and all types of stuff, taking away their reproductive organs. It's not necessary. So, a couple more minutes and we're going to get started, but tap the screen. Appreciate it. Need some water. Y'all want to go with the Luther? I want to go with the Luther. Luther's always the move. Yeah, I seen the hearts. Okay, y'all with the Luther too? Me too. I'm going with the Luther. All right, we're going to get a couple of minutes of this Luther in here, and then we're going to get started, because we went from, looks like 80 to about 30. So we just lost a whole lot of people. I don't know if they didn't like us switching up to Luther, but if they ain't rocking with Luther, I don't know if I want to be talking to him anyway. So, 2 minutes, and we're going to get started. I wish one of my friends would listen, because she scheduled a hysterectomy in June. God. Wish she would too, Jay.
chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight, and no one there you can kiss good night. Oh,
All right. Let's get it in.
a room is still a room, even
I think I
when
have
there's nothing
PCOS. It was tested, but they didn't find anything. I have the symptoms though.
but gloom. But a room is not a house.
Okay. So
And a
I see your comment. I think I have PCOS. I was tested, but they didn't find anything. I have the symptoms though. All right. So this is what I did. Of course, I'm an herbalist, right? There's other herbalists I've studied under and all that. But I thought in this situation, it would be best to study under a doctor. Because PCOS, fibroids, the cysts, all this type of stuff is linked to hormonal imbalances. Herbalists don't necessarily have clinics and stuff like that where they're doing blood work and fluid tests and all types of stuff. We don't have those departments. So I thought it was best, because we're dealing with hormones and different imbalances, that it was best to study under that and then come back with a herbalist approach to it. So, of course, PCOS is a hormonal imbalance. Your fibroids, same thing. Your development of cysts, same thing. Same thing. All that stuff that deals with the female reproductive system and all those issues right there, they're based around the same premise. Hormonal imbalance and high levels of estrogen, low levels of progesterone, but sometimes you can have both. It's hard to tell whether you have high levels, what they call estrogen dominance, or progesterone dominance. So it's hard to tell because both present themselves with similar same symptoms. So it's hard to tell. So it's a very tricky thing. There's no test necessarily that an herbalist could give someone to test whether or not their estrogen levels are high or their progesterone levels are high or vice versa. So you have to go and study under someone that has the access to these things, and that's these doctors. So let's get down to some basics. So it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, also fibroids and cysts. We're talking about a production of testosterone that should not be happening within the system. So we got to know why that happens. Every month you have a process. They call it a corpus lectum. It's a mass of cells that form in an ovary and is responsible for the production of the hormone progesterone during early pregnancy. When you have PCOS, it's difficult. And sometimes people or females with it, they don't have a cycle. They don't have a period. So that makes it very tough for the body to produce progesterone. If you are not ovulating, you are not producing the right amount of progesterone, which means you are probably going to be estrogen dominant, and you have this acid running around your system, and you shouldn't be. this tends to happen with the ladies because a lot of you are using artificial birth controls. And these artificial birth controls, they supply the body with artificial, on-time, constant estrogen. So you dealing with that can put that inside of your body. Now, you would think, all right, cool, I had to take it out, I stopped, or whatever. But think about it like this. Remember the premise here. As I've always said, these are chemicals. This is not natural estrogen that has been used in your body to help stop you from having a child. This is unnatural estrogen. So think about this. Does your body know how to get that out of its system? It knows how to get natural estrogen out of there. It knows how to deal with natural levels of progesterone. But does it know how to get a fake estrogen out of the system? That's the problem. You could very well have taken your apparatus out or stopped taking the pill, but then you still have these high levels of estrogen in the body because the body doesn't know how to get rid of that synthetic chemical that you put in there. It knows how to deal with other natural forms of that thing, but it doesn't know how to deal with that. So you could very well be having that still in your system because it just can't find its way out. So you have the corpus luteum that happens every month. That's pretty much a process that happens during getting ready for menstruation. So progesterone, what is it? It's one of the two female sex hormones, the other being estrogen. The main function is the regulating menstruation and supporting pregnancy in the female body. Secreted by the female reproductive system that functions mainly to regulate the condition of the inner lining, the endometrium wall. Pretty much that endometrium wall, that what you got right there. That wall right in there. The endometrium wall of the uterus. Progesterone is produced by the ovaries, the placenta, and the adrenal glands. I want you to pay close attention to how many times I say the adrenal glands have a function in the sex hormones or reproductive system of the body. Remember, I told you that the adrenal glands are very important for healing the body because you need to have the adrenal glands on so that when you're draining from the lymphatic system, you can get whatever you're draining from the lymphatic system out of the body. But also look how important the adrenal glands are to your reproductive system, ladies. So, I'll read that again. Secreted by the female reproductive system that functions mainly to regulate the condition of the inner lining endometrium wall of the uterus. Progesterone is produced by the ovaries, placenta, and adrenal glands. Symptoms of low progesterone, PMS. PMS is a symptom of low progesterone. I don't know if anyone told you, but they try to make like PMS is just a byproduct of having a period. That this is something that comes along with it. It's just normal. It just happens. Just take this to minimize the symptoms or take this to minimize the symptom of that. But never telling you what actually causes this and letting you know that this is something that you don't have to deal with. It's a signal that your body is telling you you're low on something, you're deficient on something. But these doctors are not telling you that. They rather you take something to deal with the symptoms of PMS and telling you, instead of teaching you why you even have PMS symptoms in the first place. So symptoms of low progesterone, PMS, breast tenderness, fluid retention, acne, headaches, joint pain. This normally is coming on between 1 to 2 weeks before the period is due to hit. So you're having these issues leading up to your menstruation coming in because you're lacking of the fluids or the chemicals to right this process in the right direction. You know, it's all about a train rolling down a hill. You know, everything is choo-choo-choo and everything is choo-choo-choo. And when you're missing something, that choo-choo-chooing can turn into a chicka-chicka-chicka-chicka, chicka-chicka-chicka. You know, stuff starts to get running funny. And when one thing get running funny, then another thing get to running funny. Next thing you know, you got a runaway train going downhill, getting ready to crash. So okay, turn the page. Y'all follow me so far? Everybody follow me? And for the ones who don't take me, I'm gonna get to you. Stay with me. For the ones who don't take birth control, it can still be a situation where you have, all right, at first we're talking about with birth control, you've introduced something to the body that threw the chemicals off. You can still introduce something to the body offset of birth control that can throw your chemicals off too. One thing I want you to pay very close attention to is plastic. Ladies, use of plastic. Plastic. Believe it or not, your bodies recognize plastic and the substances from plastic as estrogen. I'm going to get to you. We still on symptoms of low progesterone. We're talking irregular cycles, heavy, painful bleeding, miscarriages, endometriosis, fibroids. These are all signs of progesterone deficiency in the body. You're not, and again, keep in mind, this doesn't mean that you're not making the right amount. It could mean you're estrogen heavy. So the estrogen is just too much for the regular amount of progesterone that the body is producing. So it's a tricky thing. Like I said, it really, I think, comes down to, if you wanted to check the situation, you got to check your estrogen levels. Stop the artificial hormones. Check your estrogen levels, because you could be estrogen high or estrogen dominant, as they say, and it's overshadowing the fact that you are making the progesterone, but it's not enough. Plastic bottles, plastic containers, plastic, period. Your body recognizes plastic, and I haven't gotten into the specifics of it to break that down to you on exactly what in the plastic your body recognizes as it, but look it up. Plastic in its interaction with females, the body recognizes it as estrogen. So you could have a influx of estrogen coming into the body, and that's throwing you off, and it's not even from birth control. Progesterone has calming properties. It helps to produce gamma aminobutyric acid, which is a neurotransmitter. You ever hear a lot of women, and a lot of you are women, did you or did you not like when you were pregnant? A lot of women will tell you, I like how I feel pregnant, or I loved when I was pregnant. I felt so good. This is a neurotransmitter going through your system that is giving you this good feeling. See, when you're pregnant, you produce 20 times more the amounts of progesterone than when you're not. See, this level is supposed to rise during your menstruation period, and if you are not fertilized by sperm, then that level is supposed to drop back down. That's how it's supposed to go. So you have to be able to produce this thing up to a certain level, and then you have to be able to bring it back down. So, there's a balancing thing that you have to do here with the estrogen and the progesterone. What water to drink? They all in plastic. Well, there are waters that are in glass, but of course they make them expensive. I am not a doctor, definitely not a doctor. I probably wouldn't be able to tell you all this stuff if I was a doctor. Probably be against my code. I couldn't tell you all this stuff that really actually helps you. If I was a doctor, I'd have to prescribe you something to treat these things, not try to fix it from the get-go. Too much testosterone. Yeah, I'm about to get through that. Why the body ends up doing that. Estrogen. Let's go into estrogen. Estrogen is a group of hormones that play an important role in the normal sexual and reproductive development in women. The ovaries make the most estrogen hormones, although The adrenal glands again. The adrenal glands and fat cells also make small amounts of hormones. So you got your adrenal glands again having a hand in your reproductive system. So again, we are once again reminded that the endocrine system, like I told you guys long ago, months and months and months ago, is very important and vital to the correct functioning of your body and its systems. So estrogen helps to make the woman's hips and pelvis wider, also causes breasts to grow, also plays a role in bone development and hair growth. It also helps to regulate moods, impacts brain development and structure. So as you can see, estrogen builds things, puts things together, holds structure together, grows things. So just imagine what's going on here. Start putting this together, or what's going on with these chemicals in the body and this development of these fibroids or these cysts that are all getting attached, or the uterine wall or the fallopian tube, or wherever you have these cysts at, or these fibroids. The primary function of estrogen is the development of the female, the secondary characteristics. This includes breast, endometrium wall, the regulation of the menstrual cycle, etc. Low estrogen levels present the same symptoms as low progesterone levels. So they're one and the same, so it's very hard to tell. So if you are running to someone who is not a doctor and they're telling you that they can tell you whether or not you are low on one or the other, they ain't telling you the truth. It's very difficult for the doctors to have a test for that and to say which one it is. They just know it's an imbalance. They don't know which one it is. There's so many different things, organs, and factors to something or some things producing estrogen or progesterone in the system. It's very hard to pinpoint. You have, let's say you're obese and you're overweight. Your fat cells produce estrogen. So it is very hard to pinpoint down which one you're low or high on. Be real honest with you. No herbalist can ever tell you that, because a doctor is having a hard time saying that. So no, that's not possible. So PCOS criteria, how they diagnose PCOS. First, you're going to go in, and what you present, you're going to tell the doctor, I have irregular cycles. That's one. High androgen symptoms. Androgens like testosterone, DACH type situations. Made by the ovaries and the adrenal glands. Once again, they can cause acne and hair growth. So abnormal hair growth or acne, that's two. There's three things that they look for to diagnose you for PCOS. Irregular cycles, the high androgen symptoms, and the ultrasound that they will look and check and see what your ovaries are looking like and whether or not you have a high follicle count. See, inside of the ovaries, you have these follicles in there. They look like little circles. If you go into Google and you look up ovarian follicles, it's going to come up this round sac looking thing, and it's got these circles in it. And those are the follicles. So the pituitary gland that's in the brain, we're still dealing with the endocrine system here. See what we're dealing with? We're dealing with adrenals. We're dealing with pituitary. In there somewhere, you can be dealing with the thyroid. The endocrine system is very important to the functions of the body. Remember, I told you when I was teaching you about the endocrine system, these glands secrete a lot of different enzymes, hormones, and all types of stuff to make things work in the body. If you are supposed to get a squirt here and a squirt here, but then you don't get the squirt over here, something's going to be missing. The system is going to be like, whoa, where's my squirt here? Where's this stuff? Where is this? So, it throws the system in a jam. Tap the screen, everybody, if y'all still awake. I'm wrapping up here. I don't want to have y'all too long. I know it's Friday. Y'all want to relax, chill, whatever. All right, so the pituitary gland sends out a hormone called FSH. It's a follicle stimulating hormone. Stimulates follicles to grow. Now, inside of the ovarian sac-like structure, you got all your eggs in there, right? All your eggs. They say all your eggs is in there from the time, from start to finish. Every egg that you're going to have is in there, right? What they did not teach you is when this egg comes out of that sac, it's not by itself. It's not by itself. That's what they didn't tell you. Every month, a group of eggs are within and grow inside the follicles. There's a whole bunch of eggs inside the follicle shafts. The pituitary gland sends out a hormone called FSH, which is a follicle stimulating hormone that get them ready to be sent out to be fertilized. Keep in mind, anything in the body that is a fluid-filled sac is also called a cyst. So these eggs, fluid-filled sacs, are known one place in the body as unfertile eggs, but then in another place of the body where they don't belong as cysts. Y'all follow me so far? Tap the screen. Y'all follow me? You see where I'm bringing this at? Y'all got me? This cyst thing, this fibroid thing, this Pcos thing, and these fibroids and these growths and stuff that are sticking to your uterine wall, that are sticking to your fallopian tubes, is nothing more than unprocessed stuff from your process of making babies. When you go into your menstrual, you push out not more than one egg. So your hormones from the pituitary gland come down. If you have a sac with a whole bunch of follicles in there, that pituitary gland sent out a normal dose. Let me bring it in for you. So we got the follicles. The follicles have the egg in there. The egg is known as the egg then, but then once it leaves from there, goes to another place, it will be known as a fluid-filled structure, which would be a cyst, which would also classify as a fibroid. So, brain sends FSH to the ovary. Ovary responds back and said, "Ooh, thank you, need that." One egg within that sac is supposed to get fertilized so that it can be moved on to the next process. A healthy ovary produces estrogen, which allows for the production and storage of a lot of eggs. If you have a lot of eggs released each month, this is where the problem begins. The pituitary gland sends a normal dose of follicle stimulating hormone. This normal dose is diluted when you have many follicles that are not the norm. They will look at the ultrasound and see that you have the abnormal follicle growth, meaning you will have more than the regular. So you will have a lot more eggs in there. So the pituitary gland does not know that. So it sends a regular dosage for you to have a normal follicle situation down there with the eggs. You don't get enough of that FSH down there because you got more of them. So it tries to spread it out amongst all the follicles. The pituitary stops sending this because what ends up happening is the communication goes back up and says, yeah, we have enough, when really it's not. It's a whole bunch of little ones producing one big mass of signal that goes back up and tells the pituitary, I'm good. I don't need any more of that. These follicles all make the same amount of estrogen, which is a signal pituitary gland to stop sending the FSH. Ovulation never occurs, and the body is stuck in this cycle. This is why the ovulation never occurs. Those eggs there, once they come out of there, they get stuck. The body is steadily sending this hormone down here, and it's trying to figure out where the fuck is the eggs. What's going on? What's happening? Keep sending and keep sending, keep sending, and the process that's supposed to happen within the endometrial wall does not happen. So the body is thrown off. Like, whoa, what's happening? What's going down? Confused, the body will then send out LH. Now, I got LH here for you. Luteinizing hormone is LH. The body will then send out this other hormone, will then tell the ovaries start producing testosterone. Straight like that, now you have PCOS, fibroids, cysts, and all types of stuff because you're not producing the right type of chemicals when you're supposed to be. The body is steadily sending these chemicals. It gets confused. It starts sending the wrong chemicals, and you start developing things that you are not supposed to have. I just had a fibroid removed 3 days ago. Gosh. Man, that sucks. Happy show. What's this presentation for? PCOS and fibroids. How about no cycles? Well, your no cycle is, remember I said when you have the issue with your progesterone, lacking of progesterone, you don't have a cycle. So the thing that needs to be done is the body needs to be cleansed and the body needs to be pretty much righted and put in the correct position to where it can start producing the right type of hormones and it will right itself. There will be no need for surgeries or any of these crazy types of procedures that y'all be going through, hysterectomies and all types of stuff, taking things out of your body when that's not necessary. You need to clean the body, stop taking in artificial hormones, get out of using plastics because they are feeding your body estrogen or a form of what the body considers to be estrogen. You could be, again, top heavy on your estrogen, which is overshadowing your progesterone. So clean the body, stop using artificial hormones, stop getting artificial hormones from different places. In this process right now, if you are a animal meat eater, you will probably need to stop. At least until you get this process corrected in the body. You need to go into fruits and vegetables because you need the body to rid itself of all these artificial hormones that you got going in here that's messing up the system, that's turning the system upside down and making it act crazy. I see the question in there. I told this to a client of mine earlier who I made a PCOS fibroid package for, that I don't believe that fish would have these antibiotic treatments and all types of stuff. They're not treating the fish like they're treating the cows and the chickens and stuff like that and shooting them with all these hormones. They're not doing that. You do take the risk of dealing with whatever's coming out of whatever waterway that you get that fish out of. To play it on the safe side, you probably could do some fish, but to play it on the safe side, I wouldn't do any type of flesh whatsoever. You need 100% natural stuff going in right now. You got to cleanse the body out of artificial toxins. And that's not just plastics. there are other things, ladies, that you are using that is causing your body to view these things or to take these things as estrogens. So pay attention to those things. Stop using so many chemicals. Stop using those perfumes that you're using. Stop using those colognes. Perfumes, hair conditioners, shampoos, especially the dyes. The dyes. Find you a source of natural dyes. Stop using the chemical dyes. These chemicals are throwing your systems off. You need your systems to be running efficiently in order for everything to be working right, or it throws a monkey wrench into your plan. And that's where all these problems are coming in. This is why they're making buku bucks over y'all, taking out your reproductive organs, telling you that they're no good. No, they're still good. You just need to right the system. That's all. There's no point in you having your whole entire reproductive system taken out because you have a hormonal imbalance. Just correct it. When you're dealing with PCOS or fibroids, you're dealing with your reproductive organs and your endocrine system, basically. Why take an organ out of your body for that? You need that. Even after you are past your childbearing age, you still need those functions because now you're going into menopause. You still need a balance of chemicals going on within the system. Some women experience really bad menopause because they don't have these things in their body working right. They didn't have hysterectomies. They didn't have things taken out. They didn't have all types of stuff done to them. They're on artificial hormones and all types of stuff. So we got to get off of that stuff. That's the things that are causing these problems. So like I said, I created a package for this to go in, clean the body. If you are not using any type of birth controls or stuff like that, rid yourself and your environment of any plastics or extra chemicals and stuff like that. Get that package. Go onto my site. It's up there. It's the, I think it's named PCOS Fibroid Package. Search it in the search box. Pull that up. Get that package. It's going to go in. I got a detox in there. I've got the herbal supplements in there. You need to be getting zinc. You need to be getting magnesium. You need to be getting vitamin D. You need to be getting iron. You need all of these things going into the system so that you can right the chemicals. You need to be treating the endocrine system. So I have the tincture in there that I created for the endocrine system. So we can start getting those chemicals working right. Followed with a diet of fruits and vegetables of natural order, we're going to get this situation taken care of. I also have in there, it's a powder form of a bunch of different herbs in powder form that you will be mixing up and taking a smoothie 2 to 3 times a day. I also have it in there, a tea blend. Everything is geared around righting the body and its functions, meaning putting back its normal processes so it can go on to doing the things that it's supposed to do, so that no one needs to reach inside of your body and pull nothing out or scrape anything or be yanking at stuff and doing all that type of stuff. Metformin? Oh, no. I don't subscribe to any pharmaceuticals of that order. Definitely don't. You're on metformin for diabetes? This lady here is off the hook. You keep coming on here with these lies. They put you on metformin for PCOS? Wow. Metformin is... Why would they do that? Metformin and PCOS. Although usually used to treat diabetes, metformin can also relieve insulin resistance in PCOS. It works in improving insulin sensitivity, which decreases glucose production in your body and increases peripheral glucose uptake. If you don't have diabetes, why would they even be worried about that? I'm not a doctor, but somebody help me out with this one. If you don't have diabetes, why would they be worried about your insulin resistance when I know PCOS can lead to diabetes? So they're not going to treat the PCOS. They're just going to treat you for possibly catching or having a byproduct from this and having diabetes. That's why they're giving it to you. That's not helping your PCOS. It worked for me at first. I was able to have a regular cycle for a year. Now my cycles are back irregular. That's crazy. Metformin made my cycle come on. That's weird. I'd really like to know what constituents in metformin is doing anything to the woman's reproductive system, considering how it works. That's something crazy right there to me. 18 years? So, was you here for this whole time that I was sitting here talking about this, Miss Ship Kizzy? Hopefully I said that wrong. I'm sorry if I didn't. Do you resonate? Oh, you wasn't. Okay. Let me give you the synopsis, the roundabout way of it. It's a hormonal imbalance. You probably, maybe, are producing or somehow, some way getting a lot of estrogen in the body and it's overshadowing your progesterone. Or it could be that you're producing too much progesterone and too little estrogen. You're unbalanced. Body keeps going through a cycle in which it's sending hormones to do a certain thing. The body's not doing it. All of a sudden, it starts producing testosterone. Testosterone is what's causing your whole entire situation, because you shouldn't, not the whole entire situation, but it's causing a major problem. You are pretty much welding these unfertilized cysts, eggs, to your uterine wall, your fallopian tubes, and all these different areas that you guys are having cysts and fibroids and stuff like that. The wrong chemicals in there. You got to think too. What is the chemical nature of these hormones? What is the chemical nature of these hormones? Estrogen makes things grow. Testosterone makes things grow. Men in testosterone, we grow muscles, stuff like that, mustaches and all that type of good type stuff. Male characteristics. So that's muscles and, all that good type stuff. Estrogen grows women, breasts, pelvic, hips, and all that. These are growing synthetic things. So we got to know that on the, so I don't just tell y'all what my opinion is. I'll look it up for you. Estrogen, which side of chemistry is it on? Is it an acid or is it an alkaline? What do y'all think? Is estrogen an acid or an alkaline? Oh, y'all smart. Yes. Estrogen is on the acid side of chemistry. Now, what about testosterone? Is that on the acid side of chemistry, or is that alkaline? By what NIH is saying, at 39 degrees Celsius, and the pH is 6.9. 6.9, and can possibly get to 7.4. So it is just about almost alkaline. Not very alkaline, but just about alkaline. So if you are top heavy and you are producing a lot of estrogen, what's happening with your system? It's burning, right? I think that was just not at 39 degrees. I think they're saying at 39 degrees, testosterone is at 6.9. Probably if the higher the heat, maybe it goes up. I don't know. But I don't think that has anything to do with inside of the body, just in general. I don't know why NIH decided to put it at that temperature and test its alkalinity when that's nowhere close to the temperature of the body. So if you're producing a lot top heavy, if you're producing a lot of estrogen over top of the progesterone, then you are producing a lot of acid. So in that process, now you can understand how these fibroids are getting stuck to things, how they are welding themselves onto the uterine wall, how they are welding themselves onto the fallopian tube, how they're getting stuck where they are, because you have a lot of acid in the system that is pretty much, you take a blowtorch and you put it on something, you can melt something onto something, and it's there, and have a nice grip on it too. So think about the body in that form. So can this cause acid stomach as well? You mean high stomach acid? Or, well, yes, both high levels of progesterone, high levels of estrogen can give you issues with the stomach. See, these chemicals, they're not just one thing. Everything works together. Everything works together. So if you were having issues with fibroids, if you were having issues with PCOS, you need to clean your body, stop using any fake synthetic form of hormones, birth controls, any of that. Get that stuff out of you. Cleanse your body. Get that junk out of your body. Treat your body. Go on a fruit and vegetable diet. Leave meats alone, because you need to not take in any type of synthetic hormones. No type of hormones that are put in these animals or any of that stuff for a while until you get yourself together. You need to stop having all of those things that could throw your system off. Curtail it down. Fix the diet. Start putting things into the system that start righting the proper balance of the body. You don't want my system? Cool, do it yourself. You want my system? No problem. Go to my site, www.journeyandbeyond.shop, and get the PCOS fibroid package. Jules, who is on here, just got hers. She's got some issues. I don't know if she want to tell you about what she got going on with her, but she's got some issues. She's got it. I had someone get it before her that has the fibroid issue, and everything that I'm saying right now, I said to this other young lady who was just coming from the doctors and everything. She sent me all her paperwork, where the fibroids are at, how much they've grown, and the main thing that I was pointing out to her is the growth. And asking, how is it that something grew this quickly in a short period of time? And we both came to the same conclusion. You have a hormone running through your system that grows things, estrogen. So if you are having a situation like COVID has been bringing PCOS and fibroid situations out of you ladies big time because of the inflammation involved in COVID. And it exasperates things and turns up the heat on stuff. So a lot of you have been discovering that now all of a sudden out of nowhere you have fibroids. Well, you probably had them before. They just got turned up and they grew with that estrogen that's in the body running around. I need to get rid of them ASAP. What's the cost? The cost is $215. Well, you're from Jamaica. You're in Jamaica? I think I still have shipping up there for Jamaica. You can go onto the site. Go into my bio. You'll also find my link in there. Jules, put up my website, please. I believe I still have shipping to Canada on there. I have international shipping set up to a few places. Let me check to make sure. I keep having people ask me these questions, then I go and set it up, and I don't really get anyone ordering from there. But let me see what I got set up. Alright, I got 7 shipping zones. What we got here? United States, of course, South Africa, Australia, Canada, Italy, St. Lucia, United Kingdom. So I will have to add, I see, Jamaica. No problem. Add Jamaica. UPS. Sorry, folks, I'm setting up the shipping to Jamaica, so if someone wants to order from Jamaica, they can. I had all the rest of them on there. Jamaica was the only one I didn't have on there. So I'm putting UPS shipping on, DHL shipping on, and that's the only ones that are offered. DHL, UPS, and USPS for shipping to Jamaica. Alright. All done. My sister went there. Next. Website is www. Let me see. I can type it to you. www.journeyandbeyond.shop. The website can be found in my link. In my link tree in my bio. If you go there, or you can just type in www.journeyandbeyond.shop, and you can find it there. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't want to wrap y'all up too much. I know this thing was set for. Thanks for the flowers. I appreciate you. Yeah, I was MIA. You know, I don't like coming on here anyway, but I'm not really good at this camera stuff, and I had some other stuff I needed to take care of, so I laid low on for a second, but I'm fine. Crazy Moni, she's you mean the sweatshirt? You know what? I got kind of worried to wear it on here because I be thinking like they're gonna get me at any point in time, and then they'll shut me down for profanity or something. So I got scared. Appreciate it. I tend to try to stay calm. Yeah, I got like one strike. Left before they ban me altogether. So it would be very tough for me to start this all over again. You know how hard it was to get to 30,000? I'm not popular like everybody else on this thing. They all have like 100,000 followers. It took me a long time to get this 35, and it's difficult to maintain that. Out of 35,000, there's 52 people right now on here. So it's hard on here. It's hard. The link for the package, I don't know how. I'm scared. They're gonna shut me down for profanity. I got a backup page, my personal page, but like I said, it's difficult. It took me months to get that one over 1,000. I told everybody on this one, hey, go to my other page. Nobody pays attention to that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's why I don't be getting on here doing this live and all that. Folks will get on here, they'll hear all I gotta say, and they go back to their regular life. No one says anything else. I'll get a whole bunch of questions in my inbox. I'll be telling people, hey, look, man, get the package. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get the package. Never get the package. So it's not really a good use of my time, to be honest with you. Just scrolling, sorry, video time plan. See, I don't get that. I'll be setting up these little things. They have me pre-plan this live session and everything. They're going to send out some memo telling people who are my followers that I've set up an event, whatever. Not one person RSVP. Not that I'm mad or something, I'm still going to get on here if it could be 3 people. But I'm just saying, it's not as sweet as y'all think. Well, I appreciate it, Ms. Melanie. I appreciate it. I do the research, so y'all don't have to do it, and bring you some information that the doctors are not telling you, so I can help you to stop being exploited, giving up your organs and all types of stuff to these people because they're saying that this is wrong with you and this is wrong with you, when it's just chemicals affecting your body that threw off your chemical factory in your body. So now you're all bonkers on the inside. The package is for PCOS and fibroids, cysts, anything of that nature, to right the hormone imbalance in the body. Well, first clean and try to rid the body of any synthetic hormones that may be in there, or chemicals that are throwing off the body from its natural processes of making these hormones. So the package is designed to clean and then nourish the body and the system to be able to right itself of this correct hormones and rid itself of fibroids, PCOS syndrome, or cysts, because it very well can do that. Hair care is connected to actually estrogen. So yes, you are dealing with a hormone, but you are also dealing with situations if your hair is falling out or something like that. You're dealing with probably an acidosis type situation. Thyroid problems. The thyroid is within this premise that we're talking about here. The thyroid is a part of the endocrine system, the system of the body that creates hormones, enzymes, and all types of other chemicals for the body to work correctly. I mean, your thyroid regulates a lot of stuff. Basal temperature, your eating, your metabolism, your weight gain, your skinny, your fat, all those things. So when you're dealing with stuff like that, again, you are needing to clean the body. Some chemicals are in there throwing this system off. So keep that in mind. There's something in you that is throwing your system through some stuff. So you have to clean the system first. Then you have to nourish the system so that the system can right itself back to where it's supposed to be in homeostasis, creating the correct amount of hormones, steroids, and enzymes to properly function and run the body. I wish you knew this too before getting a hysterectomy. Jeez. Wow. Wow. Yeah. The body will adapt. Like you go and you get something yanked out of it, it will find a way to adapt. That's the main thing. Somebody is at my site right now saying they cannot find the package. When that happens, I need you all to use a little bit more of your mind. If you go onto the site, you've never been on my site before, you can't expect that you're just going to go in there and boom, find it. It's on there, I know for a fact, but you can't find it. I get it. So go to the search box. Up in the corner, there's a little box. It's got these lines, these horizontal lines. Click that box. A box is going to open up, search box. Always use the search box. Anytime I go to someone's website and I'm looking for a specific thing, I go straight to the search box. Why even go searching around in the hay nest? In the haystack, you know? Just go straight to the search box and type in PCOS fibroid package, PCOS. I always tag things in there with tags. So even if you type PCOS, it's going to bring you to the package. If you type fibroid, it's going to bring you to the package. Two worlds older people. Yeah, I get it. That's why I said make it easy. Take the path of least resistance is what my mentor would teach me. Path of least resistance. When you're going to somebody's website looking for something specific, it don't even look around. Find the search box immediately and type in what you're looking for. Website is www.journeyandbeyond.shop. I'm going to send it directly to you. Sure will. As much as TikTok tries to make it like this is a good place to do business, it's very hard. Right now, I should be able to put my link on this screen so that you all can stop asking for the link. But I can't do nothing but type it down here in the replies or something of that nature. So I don't see anywhere else where it is allowing me to do that. Question and answer. Administrative setting, topics, hear your voice. No, I don't want to hear no voice. Pause the live, support nonprofit, gift, comments. Yeah. As much as they make it as, this place is good for all of that, it's definitely not that friendly. Yeah, I mean, the link is definitely in my link tree, in the profile, under the picture. It's a link tree up there. Every link I have is right there for you. I know sometimes people don't know how to get to that neither. I get it. I know so many women getting surgery for uterine fibroids. Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. And it's because they're uneducated on what's going on with their body and why their body is reacting the way it is. And if they would not be going in there, allowing these doctors to go in there and mess around with the most sacred thing or orifice or organ that the women have. And that's the reproductive center. That is a sacred place, and them doctors not qualified to be dealing with that. Yeah, it's big business, and I wish that we would stop falling for it and realize that it's not about health with them. It's business and money, and start thinking about that when we're going to these people, putting all our trust in them. There's folks out here like me that are doing the research for y'all. I'm not getting paid, for this right now. There's none. I didn't get paid to do the research. So there's folks that are trying to help, but it's difficult to get everyone's ear. They'd rather go to the doctor and go through these painful surgeries and all that than to listen to me or take some herbs or buy anything from me. They'd rather use the insurance and pay, $50 or a copay or whatever their copay is and get some drugs. Natural herbs, that's what I pretty much promote and sell. My website is www.journeyandbeyond.shop. I just came on here telling everybody about PCOS and fibroids and how it happens and how to avoid surgery. What needs to be done to fix this situation so that you don't need a surgery. What's really happening? It's a hormonal imbalance. Clean the system out. Nourish the system so that it starts making the correct amount of hormones like it's made to do. And the body will rid itself, reverse any condition that it has. It will expel those fibroids. It will shrink, get rid of those cysts. All these different things that are going on with the body will rid itself of those things. You will pass them. Believe that. So it can be reversed. Progesterone definitely has an enzyme that's in it that helps detach the corpus luteum from the ovarian sac when that whole process is going on. So I'm sure that will have the same effect on the fibroids. I can't tell you how long you would need to take the products. It all depends on how disciplined you are with righting your environment and how sick or not sick your body is. Add another one. All right. These people gonna be like, man, you ain't shipping over there. I'll add it. It doesn't hurt none to add it, so. I mean, the only place I've actually ever shipped, with everyone who's asked me to add certain shipping, the only place I've ever shipped internationally was Canada. But I'll add it, no problem. Let's see what options you have for shipping there. Alright, you got DHL. Add DHL. That means you should have USPS, which you do. They ship there. Okay. Let's see, do you have another? You have 3 carriers. DHL, UPS, and USPS. Ships there. Alright. Alright. Add it. I have a 6 centimeter and a 2 centimeter intramural fibroid. Okay. Get the package. What you need to do is detox the system. Stop using or curtail your environment to where you are not using chemicals. Rid yourself of plastic. Stop drinking water out of plastic. Stop storing your food in plastic. Stop using products that are in plastic. Start collecting glass. What I do is I collect glass. Anytime I run across glass, I never throw it away. Doesn't matter if it's what type of jar or what was in it before, I never throw it away. I transfer a lot of my stuff out from the plastics into the glass. Now, of course, it was in there before, but I can't stop that. So what I can do is stop it when it gets to me. So anytime I get a glass anything, I save it. I hoard glass because a lot of our stuff don't come in glass. So if I get some stuff or whatever, I take it out of the plastic immediately if I can and put it into some glass. How do you prepare sea moss? Sea moss is real easy. If you get sea moss, I have sea moss. Like if I send you sea moss, I sell the sea moss $5 an ounce. So I'll send you, let's say you order an ounce. You get that ounce in your house. Get you a bowl, glass preferably. Put it in the bowl. Run some water over it. Clean it. Nudge it. Clean it like you cleaning it. Dump it out. Put some more water in the bowl. Clean it again. Do that 3 times. Clean it up real good. Clean it up real good. 3 times. Then get you some spring water. Put your sea moss back in that bowl, glass bowl. Fill the bowl. Cover the sea moss with water. Let it sit for 24 hours. After 24 hours, drain all the water off. Get you some more spring water. Water bottle, half the water bottle. Put your ounce of sea moss, fully hydrated and everything, into your blender. Half of the water bottle in there, blend it up. Boom, sea moss gel. Put it in your refrigerator. Should turn into almost like a jelly type situation. It'll be like a gel. If you use too much water, it won't gel. So I'd say, I think I got my measurements on point with an ounce. Half water bottle in there. Sea moss gel all day. Your sea moss gel can be taken in many different ways. You can take it by spoon if you want, just straight out of your jar in your refrigerator. Take it by spoon. You can put it in your tea. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it in a smoothie. You can, however you want to take it. There's no wrong way. Mix it in some applesauce. Doesn't matter. No. Do not boil it, and I wouldn't mess with that boil. Throw that out. Sorry, you messed up that batch. Don't boil it. You're not cooking the sea moss at all. You're just cleaning it and rehydrating it with water, blending it up, and putting it in a glass jar and putting it in your refrigerator. There is no cooking of the sea moss. Your sea moss is going to help with a lot of nutrients in the body. It's definitely going to play a big part in your thyroid, which will be good in this situation. Make sure your thyroid is regulated correctly as well. You got to think, this is your endocrine system, these glands that produce these hormones. You're dealing with pituitary gland first and foremost, dealing with your reproductive system. That's all the way in your brain. So that's the first ones. You got a couple of them up in the brain. So that's the start of them up here. If you want to start at the glands and say they start at the top, you're dealing with the main ones up here. So thyroid is right here, not too far from where you're already having an issue at up here. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't not make sense to also think about nourishing that thyroid as well. No boiling sea moss. When I first got into this, I seen somebody doing that. I didn't think that was right neither, so I didn't do that, but I seen someone doing that. You don't boil with sea moss. Yes, you can add actually you can cut limes and let them soak in that 24-hour soak. Cut the limes, put them in there. That is another way to alkalize your moss. Adding the limes in there. I've seen some people also add cinnamon sticks as well. Fibroids, we were just talking about. I created the package for it. Oh, look at that. I appreciate that. That was a nice hat. I created a package for, the writing of the hormonal imbalance with when it comes down to fibroids and Pcos. It's basically a hormonal imbalance within the body. You're probably up or down, or your progesterone or your estrogen. You're probably using plastics, which your body recognizes as a synthetic estrogen. So you're probably estrogen dominant and probably need to right the system. I don't know your particular situation, but it comes down to a writing of hormones. Clean your system out. Get off birth control if you're on it. Stop using chemicals, hair dyes, perfumes, all that. Start getting natural forms of those things. Cut down on that greatly. Change your diet. Go into a fruit, vegetable diet. Don't eat any meats, because those meats more than likely have been shot up with hormones themselves. You need not to be ingesting any types of hormones or synthetic hormones at this point in time, and let your body produce the hormones that it's supposed to produce to rid yourself or reverse the situation with your fibroids or your PCOS. Again, my website is www.journeyandbeyond.shop. You can go there and search for PCOS and you will find this package. I mess up mine. It costs so much to waste. I understand. That sucks. But the next time you go to get some, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I sell full spectrum sea moss directly from St. Lucia. The full spectrum is the one with the multicolors, not just the gold. I also have a little bit of purple left, but right now I have pounds and pounds and pounds of the full spectrum. So $5 gets you a whole ounce with me. So whatever you do with that one that you have, I'd like to be your next source to make sure you get the right stuff. Full spectrum is top of the line, to be honest with you. The eggs, the dairy has a lot to do with fibroids. Yes, because those things are carcinogenic to our systems. Eggs and their They're dairy products. Not good for us. Dang, what is that? Pcos helps regulate the thyroid. Yes, provides iodine, bromide, and thyroxine, which will help regulate and support the thyroid gland. One of the thyroid says dairy is really bad. Yes, dairy is definitely bad. Because, again, what is dairy? Cheese. You're talking about fermented products. And then when they go into your system, which is a furnace, 90 some degrees, then they go in there and do worse. Like, you're putting something that's already fermented in you, then you're putting it into a system which was just an oven, and then you're looking at mold and spores and all types of stuff from there. That's not good for the system. This is why those things are not supposed to be ingested. Make those things out of natural products. You're from St. Lucian? Oh, man. Can you inbox me? I need a direct link to the St. Lucian Pcos. So, please, inbox me so we can try to get some business. I had a connect, and I felt like that connect was trying to play some games, so I stopped dealing with him. I get a sense that something ain't right. I just go with that. So I actually cut that connect off. So please help a brother out. You help me, I'll help you. Inbox me, please. Sickle cell. Ooh. You trying to change the topic. I actually addressed sickle cell. I did a video on that one as well. Sickle cell, almost pretty much like anemia. Sickle cell is not getting the proper amount of oxygen to carry the iron, so you're iron deficient, and the cell doesn't form right in the very beginning, blah, 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 blah. 3 months, you can right that situation there. First of all, you have to think about, why is the body not absorbing iron? Because I'm sure, like you and everyone else who has had this situation, you have been pumping iron into your system, and you can't figure out why your iron levels are not going up and why this thing's not getting fixed. You got a problem with the gut. You're not absorbing nutrients, so you need to concentrate on the colon. And the part of the colon that you're having this issue with is the duodenum. The duodenum is the place where you get the nutrients from your food to go into your open body through blood capillaries. Once it gets in there through the blood carries it around through the body where it needs to go. But the problem is you're taking probably high amounts of iron, and it's not getting in that system. So someone's probably even giving you synthetic iron, which got you clogged up, and this is why that's not working. But long story short, you need to detox that gut thoroughly, heavily, hard, and deal with fruits and vegetables. And after you get finished the detox of the system, you need to flood the body with iron fluorine and iron phosphate, vitamin C, all the good type nutrients like that, but high amounts of iron fluorine, iron phosphate. Within 3 months, you eating well and doing this, the body gets all new blood within 3 months. So within 3 months, if you do this right, your sickle cell will be done. It'll be over. You've been reversed it. Sir, I was just start seeing some grays at my hairline. Well, I keep dying and I don't like seeing them. Why? Why do we freak out about grays? I got them. I don't worry about them. I got them in the beard too. Why? What's wrong with that? Don't get freaked out. It's a natural procession of life. Your grays don't necessarily mean you're old. How you act and how you think is what makes you old. I can put on clothes that are old, shoes that are old, and I can act young. So just because you have grays doesn't mean anything. I got grays. I've had grays since elementary school, to be honest with you. So this is why I can say this, because I had grays when I wasn't old at all. So stop tripping. Accept them grays. And if you can't, find a natural way to hide them. But stop using them chemicals to do it. Yeah, that's what I used to tell people. I used to tell people I'm very bright. Elementary school, middle school. What is that in your hair? I'm like, that's my hair. Why is it that color? I'm very bright. It was like right up in here. I have a patch, and if you can see, it's still there. It's right there. I got it over here. It's over on this side. I don't trip. Ain't nobody called me ugly yet. The two types of iron. What store can you buy them from? You're looking for the herbs that are going to carry these natural forms of iron. You are looking to buy a lily of the valley. You want a blue vervain. You want sarsaparilla. You want dandelion root, dandelion leaf. You want burdock leaf. You want, guaco. You want bugleweed. You want chickweed. You want herbs that carry these constituents, not the two iron fluorine and iron phosphate. You want the herbs that carry iron fluorine and iron phosphate. Because you go on the internet looking for iron fluorine by that name or iron phosphate, somebody will be then sold you a synthetic version of that. And you'll be thinking you did something right because you went and got real iron. No, you were looking for the plants that carry those things. That's where you get your natural source from. Don't get confused and have somebody sell you some fake stuff. No problem. Well, thank you, Miss Tina. I appreciate you. Burdock. Not Murdoch. Burdock. And find not burdock root. And I've been looking for it for myself. I'm going to tell you it's going to be difficult. But you want to find burdock leaf. Any folks that are on here that are outside of the United States, please contact me. If you are outside the United States, I may have a mission that you may be able to help me on. I want to get some things from outside of the United States, directly from the soil of these different places. Jamaica, Africa, Italy, different places like that in Europe. So if you are there and you are able to have access to different types of things, please contact me. Yes, there is a difference. The thing is, and there's a guy on here that's also talking about it too. We have to discern some of the things that are out there. Like, we have to do a little research, behind. It's hard to do. That's why a lot of us who do this job for y'all, we get kind of frustrated at times because the research that goes into the stuff like this, it's on us. There's no compensation for that. So it's very, at times, frustrating to do that much work, and then you got to fight people to convince them or for them to believe you or something like that. Are you in Jamaica? Man, inbox me. We need to rap. I'm looking for a few things from Jamaica, especially duck flour, in bulk. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, and I'm a nerd, to be honest with you, so I like it. But it will consume you into, let's say like right now. I haven't even told y'all. I'm going back to my day job. I tried my hardest to make this my only job, but it can't pay all my bills, to be honest with you. My daughter just got accepted to college, so I can't depend on y'all to help me pay my bills. So I'm taking my ass back out and get my day job back that I was doing before, because I need guaranteed paper to be coming in, because my daughter needs to be concentrated on school, not how she gonna pay for things. And I'm not about to tell her, well, such and such didn't order their package like they told me, so I'm short, or sales are low, baby girl, so I can't get you those books and stuff you need for that lab. That is not happening. I love y'all, but I love my daughter way more. So I'm going back to work. I'm still gonna do this. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. I'm still gonna do this. I'll still, do this here, but yeah, I'm going back to work. She got accepted into college. She's got a scholarship and everything. Like, she did everything that she was supposed to do. So for the next 4 to 6 years, however long she needs to be in school, I need to make sure her finances are straight, so she don't need to be concentrating on that, and trying to juggle college and learning and setting herself up. Like, I didn't go to college. Like, I'm working behind the bill right now. Like, I'm scrounging along. My daughter got a chance to, change that for everyone who comes after her. There's not a lot of college graduates in my immediate family. It's not a lot. So that shit has to end. So if I got to work my ass off for the next 10 years so that she can get her degrees and everything, it is what it is. What else am I looking forward to in life? To be honest with you, what else am I looking forward to besides my daughter graduating, having a successful start in this life? What else do we as parents live for? Nothing else really matters. Like, money, all right, I can provide her the stability that she needs, but at the end of the day, you only live at this point in time in your life when you're my age. I'm 40. I'm not that old, but my daughter's going off to college. The only thing you live for at this point in time is to make sure that you can still pad your child's life if they're doing well enough to where you can provide that, and you should provide that, to make sure that they have the best possible chance to excel in life. What else are you living for? I buy my shoes from Walmart. It's not fashion anymore. I don't, what else is there to do? That's it. For me, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's what it is for me. I'm living so that my children, and what I need to do for them, so that they can have a boost, that I didn't have, so they can have the best possible chance that they can miss the bullshit out here in this world. I'm still going to do what I do here, because I'd like to pass this down to my children, I guess you could say. I don't want them working for somebody else. I want them to be healthy. There's millions and millions and millions and billions of people on the planet. So I can, help as many people as I can while I'm here, and then they can take over from me and give people jobs and help people and all that. This could grow into something good, but I got to put the work in. And if I want that for generations and generations, generations and generations to come, what's my life of sacrifice? Please, for 50 to 100 years of greatness, please lay me over the slab. It is what it is. It's creating generational wealth, but also it's not necessarily about the wealth. See, wealth can come in the form of finances, but I would want my children to feel wealthy broke. You understand what I'm saying? Like, their money doesn't make them feel wealthy. The fact of who they are and the stock that they came from, and the family that they came from, and the heart that they have, they already feel wealthy. Having money is just icing on the cake. I'm trying to cultivate that. That's what we should be cultivating. It's not just breaking the generational curse on the money. Yes, we need to do that, but also we need to break the slave mentality curse that we have on us as a people, that we need money to make us feel like we're something. We should feel like gods and goddesses is broke with none of this money, that they say is money anyway. We value a system of money and kill over it, and it's fake. It's not even real. So I think we got a lot of in here stuff that needs to be broken before we think about the money. Because are we ready for the money? Are we as a people, as fucked up as we are in our head and mind, in hearts, ready to be rich? To have that much power? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I think that's why we don't have that. Because we carry too much animosity. We carry too much bad juju. We carry too much hurt and generational fuckery in order for us to one day all of a sudden, bling, we're at the top again. We're running things again. We're wealthy. We're well off. I want that for people. But I don't think we're ready for that as a whole. Look what our people do now who got money. Our basketball players, our rappers, and our models and all of them. Look what they do. They're not running around here building communities and, sweeping their own communities and making sure no one's homeless. They're not building rec centers and working with the governments and everything to bring awareness to certain things. No, they're working with the government to keep us down. So it's more than generational wealth for me. It's cultivating a different type of people who appreciate themselves not to do certain things that would make them disrespect themselves. We don't got hardly too much respect for ourselves. We don't. This is why we can stomach doing the things that we do. This is why we can stomach it, because we don't have the love for ourselves, so we can't possibly love anything else. Start over. Somebody said something about cultivating generational wealth. And I was saying it's more than generational wealth. It's not just the money. We need to cultivate a different mindset amongst our generations of people. One that not necessarily needs money in the bank account to feel that feeling of wealthiness. So that's what I was talking about. Do you think we do any worse than... Yeah, absolutely. I think right now, if you give the people that are running around now with all these pains and hurts and adverse ways of dealing with things, power and money, it will be chaos, murder, drama, anarchy everywhere. Because we're not put together right in the mind, in the body, in the soul. We're too influenced by somebody saying this or somebody doing this. We're too easily led by our nose to our own demise. So no. Unfortunately, we lead the United States in the minority category when it comes down to drug use. Why is that? Why do we have the most highest in drug use? Because we have the most highest in mental disorders and mental issues and traumas. No, I don't think right now if we could snap our fingers, if I could snap out my fingers and flip the roles of where things are at now, I couldn't do it, because I think we'd be worse off in that position than we are now. We need to work back towards that position and earn that. And you know, just because we've suffered doesn't mean we've earned that. We've suffered because we have been ignorant, and we suffer from lack of knowledge and lack in the fact that we have a lack of knowledge, which makes us ignorant. That's a choice. That's a choice at this point. We live in a time in which information is everywhere. You can get information from the other side of the world right here in your hand, on your TV screen. Your TV can connect to information and computers and stuff like that. It's smart TVs. You have laptops. These iPhones that we have, they're equivalent to a fucking laptop. There's no reason whatsoever for someone to be ignorant on a certain subject. It's by choice. So if we have that type of thing going on, where some people on this side is saying, oh no, we know about this and this and this, and I read that, and then the person who didn't read shit got the loudest voice. You know, there's things set up for us to do this to each other. We should be able to sit down as a people. Like right now, there should be thousands of people listening to this right now, taking notes. No one should be offended or anything. It's a session where we're talking, we're learning, we're conversing. You know, we're having a meeting of the mind. But there's people right now scrolling on this TikTok that are catching a glimpse of what I'm saying, and they're keeping on scrolling. It doesn't interest them. When really, this topic it should interest everyone if you're a human being. Doesn't matter what color or creed you are. We all live here together. You know, there's only 1% of us that are the elite that run this place. So the rest of us are fucked. But we're running around trying to fuck each other. You know, so no. I don't think that if I had the choice to snap my fingers and change everything, that I could, in my heart, do that and think that it was the best thing to do. Honestly, what I would do if I had that type of power, I'd make everyone equal and take everything from everybody. Everybody has nothing. That's how I would start. There would be no balance of power. There would be no power. Everyone would have nothing. And that's how we'd start back. And that is the only way I think that you can make a quick, fast turnaround. Because everybody is going to have to put aside their bullshit. I don't like Tom because his hair is long. I don't like Fred because he's white. I don't like Jack because he's black or Asian, his toe big. All that shit would go out the door because Asian Mike, Black Charlie, and Billy Bob Fred, white boy from around the way, don't have shit just like you. So you're equal instantly. And you have to treat each other as equals instantly. I think that will right the situation. Now, you're going to have a bunch of ignorance. You're going to have some people that are going to kill each other and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, what's left can start a whole new thing moving forward. In situations like that, you're not going to get everyone to fall in line. Some people got to go. They're just not right for the type of frequency you're trying to deal with. They won't fit in. So unfortunately, some will have to go. And frequency and nature will figure that out. Because you've not the right frequency, you're going to stand out. You're either going to adapt or you're going to get wiped out. And unfortunately, that is the unfortunate part of fixing this situation. Some people are too vile to fix. It's just what it is. Not everyone can be saved. It's just what it is. You got factions of people who do not want to see any type of progress like that at all. This is Luther Vandross's greatest hits. I like me some Luther, man. Luther's good. So, you know, I think of things differently than other people. I see things way differently. I know eventually something like this or something of this nature has to happen. It will happen. This can't continue to go on like it is. We can't continue having the evil axis run this planet. It can't happen. There's always going to be a balance. We were just sitting here talking about PCOS and fibroids. How if you have an imbalance of hormones in the body, there's a byproduct of it. We are in a situation where there's an imbalance. Nature will always correct it. Always. So we're seeing a lot of death. We're seeing a lot of craziness going on. A lot of us are thinking conspiracy theory. The government did this to us and this, that, and the third. I see things way differently. Maybe the government did do this to us. But how do we know that nature or even God didn't intend for this to happen at this time to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff on the planet? A whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of people. Some people you may look at, well, why Big Mama had to die? Big Mama ain't do nothing to nobody. She ain't an evil axis and this and that. Well, maybe Big Mama died to put somebody else in a position to where they will open up their heart to see something. You know, so everything doesn't have to be what you think it is. I lost my brother, my younger brother. He was 31. And I look at it like, why him? Why not me? Why was he chosen to go? Why not me? My father got sick, 6% kidney function. I knew exactly what to do because during my day job, I listened to Dr. Sebi and all of these other herbalists like people listen to the radio. So I learned how to heal the body. I fixed and healed my father, who's 80. He just turned 83 on the 12th. But my brother caught COVID in the very beginning when they didn't even have a test for COVID. Long story short with him, he died clutching his chest. So we believe COVID damaged his heart. We never knew anything was wrong with him. He was there with me day and night, helping me to take care of our father. And I never thought about him being sick. Concentrating on saving our father, who's much older than him. Because you would think, man, you had the opportunity to save the old man. He's 80-some years old. Why not the 31-year-old? But I don't know why that was done that way. I can only think it was not for me, but for me. I saved my father, who we all can say, yeah, I love my father to death. But would I rather have my 83-year-old father or my 31-year-old brother who had a daughter? I would choose my brother. It was my brother who told me to do this. That I was good enough to do it for Dad. That I should not waste the talent on just helping him. That other people deserved that same opportunity. Doctor said your loved one is going to die, but you can give them a fighting chance. It was my brother who told me to do that. I would have never thought of being no herbalist. And I don't know if he hadn't passed away, would I have just accepted healing my father and leaving this alone? Like, I got what I needed from it. My father's here. He's 83. Had my brother not passed away telling me to do this, I don't know that I'd be doing it. But because that was what he told me to do, I can't stop doing this. I can't. I think it'll be disrespectful to my brother. So I can't stop doing this. So everything that happens is not for us to look at it in foresight. It's a hurtful situation. To tell y'all about this right now, I keep looking up so that I don't be shedding no tears. But even in the most toughest situation, there's something outside of that that's a bigger plan. And again, I would probably not be sitting here talking to you now, doing all this research, sitting up. Like, you all can't see what I'm surrounded by, but I'm surrounded by books and papers and notes and more notes and more notes. And it's an insatiable drive that has me do this for y'all. I don't know y'all names. I don't know none of you personally. Well, I know you, cuz. I don't know none of you personally, but I take responsibility for your health. It doesn't matter that I don't know you. If you come on here, I take responsibility for your health. So you coming to me or being here right now is part of the bigger plan. Because had my brother not told me to do this, you wouldn't be here with me right now. So you're part of the bigger plan. You didn't know it. You didn't know coming on here tonight you were going to hear this story. But you are part of the bigger plan. Because you wouldn't be here if I didn't have the situations that I have. Wouldn't be here. My cousin is on here. She'll tell you, I'm not the type to do this. I don't like crowds. I don't like a lot of people. I don't like being seen. I'm going against everything that I have been all my life. And I'm fine with it. So I know this was a bigger plan. I had to lose one of the most best things that I have, my brother, to put me on this for life. I'll never not do this. I will never. I'll never not do this. I'll never disrespect my brother. So, again, it's a bigger purpose to everything. And I told you that to let you know. It doesn't matter if it's a small situation, a big situation. You have to find a way to pull yourself out of it and look at the bigger situation, because there's always something bigger. It's always more than what it seems. So, with that, I'm going to get up off of here. And I'll try to get on here more, folks. I really will. I am. There's a lot of stuff that I can share and tell people. I'll be back. But let's get this fibroid and Pcos situation taken care of, and stop going through these gruesome surgeries and all these different things that are not necessary. If you have questions, feel free to hit me. I'm an open book. If you want references, I'll provide you everything that I've studied. I'm an open book. If you want ingredients, how I made my stuff, give me an hour. I'll have it all on the site. You can look at every single thing that I have there, and you can go and get it yourself and mix these things up and all of that. Learn how to do dosing and stuff so that you don't hurt yourself. But I don't want you to be stuck to me. I want you to learn these things so that you will have them in your household. See, my brother told me to do this not so I can just go around and be the new Dr. Sebi. He was big on family, and his thing was keeping the nucleus of the family together. How many of us lose family members that we need in our family and structure because of some bullshit ass disease? So my plan is to teach everyone what I know when it comes down to this. I can tell you right now, you basically got to get Ebola in order for you to die in my household. There ain't nothing that you could possibly catch out here that you're going to die around me on. And you don't need to go to no doctor. That's what I need in every household. That's what my brother would want everyone to have. The ability to save their mother if they have to. The ability to save their father or their brother or their sister. Marcus was a family man. And I know that he would want what we was able to do for our family to be in everyone else's family. So, with that one, I'm going to go. If you need that package, go to the site, www.journeyandbeyond.shop. Peace and love. How do I get out of here? They didn't make this difference. I already know how to cut this thing off. Here we go. Peace, family.